For bloody brilliant games, I'm Sam, these are the week's headlines. We begin this week with Insomniac's Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which has been announced for a release window of fall 2023. The game's creative director Brian Intihar confirmed the release window in a post on the PlayStation blog this week, saying, quote, "What a year it's been for PlayStation Studios. Here at Insomniac Games we've been in absolute awe of the work of our peers. Congrats to everyone on a successful 2022, and here's to next year being just as exciting as we continue to get Marvel's Spider-Man 2 ready for release next fall." The follow-up to 2018's PlayStation 4 title Marvel's Spider-Man and 2020's Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales was revealed in September 2021 during a PlayStation showcase. It was also revealed to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive and star both Peter Parker and Miles Morales' Spider-Man and seemingly feature Venom as the key antagonist. Vice President of Creative at Marvel Games Bill Rodeman described the game in an episode of the This Week in Marvel podcast last year as everything you love about the first game and Spider-Man Miles Morales, but more. Quote, "There are multiple foes. I can say the story very much continues and picks up from Marvel's Spider-Man to Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales." Of course, Spider-Man 2 isn't the only Marvel game being worked on by Insomniac, with the studio also working on a Wolverine game for the PlayStation 5, which is being directed by Brian Horton and Cameron Christian, who are the creative leads on Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Next, Nintendo has said that the third Mario Strikers Battle League DLC, which released on Tuesday, will be the game's final free update. The update features Bowser Jr., Birdo, and a new arena, as well as some new gear items. Nintendo has previously said it had 3 free Mario Strikers updates planned before the end of 2022, but wasn't clear if there would be the limit of its post-release plans, so we'll have to wait and see if Nintendo will continue to support the title with paid expansions in the future. Platinum Games Vice President Hideki Kamiya has expressed his desire to make a 4th and 5th Bayonetta game. In an interview with IGN Japan, Kamiya was explaining his belief that creators need to have their own convictions and make the games they want to make instead of what the majority of players want. Quote, "Taking the Bayonetta IP as an example, while I have a structure in mind for where the story is going to go far into the future, players are only able to pass judgment on the story that they have at the moment." Asked if this meant he wanted to make more Bayonetta games in the future, Kamiya replied, "I personally can't conceive the Bayonetta series ever ending. I want to make a Bayonetta 4 and 5, and I intend on pitching them to the company. We often talk internally about how we can make 9 of them." Platinum's Bayonetta 3 released in late October and was critically well received, and as we noted last week, announced a prequel to the series, Bayonetta Origins Sylrazia and the Lost Demon at the Game Awards, which is slated to release on the 17th of March 2023. It was announced on Thursday that Crystal Dynamics' next Tomb Raider game will be published by Amazon Games. In April, Crystal Dynamics revealed during the State of Unreal 2022 presentation that it was developing the next Tomb Raider game, with it set to be built on Unreal Engine 5. A press release from this week reads, quote, "Amazon Games and Crystal Dynamics today announced they have reached an agreement under which Crystal Dynamics will develop a new multi-platform Tomb Raider title, with Amazon Games providing full support and publishing in the game globally. The as-yet untitled new Tomb Raider is a single-player narrative-driven adventure that continues Lara Croft's story in the Tomb Raider series. It includes all the elements that have made Tomb Raider one of the most revered franchises in gaming, giving players control of the confident and multi-dimensional hero Lara Croft in an environment that rewards exploration and creative pathfinding, with mind-bending puzzles to solve and a wide variety of enemies to face and overcome. The game is currently in early development. Vampire Survivors Legacy of the Moonspell, the game's first piece of DLC, is now available. Released on PC and Xbox on Thursday, with a mobile version coming soon, the DLC adds 8 new characters, 13 new weapons, and a stage that is 25 times bigger than previous stages. According to the press release, the DLC also adds 6 new music tracks and new achievements to the game. The DLC costs $1.99, €1.99 and £1.59, with the full game available on Xbox Game Pass for PC and console. Finally this week, Guerrilla Games has confirmed it's working on an online project set in the Horizon universe. YouTube creator Jaw Raptor spotted 17 job positions at Guerrilla Games for a new online project, with several of the descriptions confirming it was a Horizon title. We noted at the beginning of October that US outlet MP First had been told by its sources that an online game set in the Horizon universe was in the works, alongside a remake or remaster of Horizon Zero Dawn. Guerrilla Games said in a social media post on Friday that the game would feature a new cast of characters and a unique stylised look. It also said, quote, "Friends will be able to explore the majestic world of Horizon together." We also noted in November that South Korean outlet MTN claimed that Sony had struck a deal with Guild Wars developer NCSoft to create an Horizon MMORPG. Along with Horizon Call of the Mountain set to release in late February 2023 for PSVR 2, fans of the series won't be left wanting for their fix of Guerrilla Games' world, should the two online projects come to fruition. Before we go, a quick roundup of the notable releases from the past week. The 12th saw the release of WAVETALE for all major platforms. From 4 and 6 reviews respectively, the PS5 and PC ports received average 74% scores, while the Switch version from 4 outlets scored an average 78%. At the time of publication, no other versions have had their reviews published. On the 13th, Squanch Games, the game studio founded by Rick and Morty's Justin Roiland, released High on Life for PC and Xbox consoles. The Xbox Series port from 16 publications scored an average 61%, while the PC version from 16 reviews scored an average 67%. Also out on the 13th was Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion for all major platforms. The PC version from 15 outlets scored an average 84%. The PS5 port from 64 reviews scored an average 78% score, while the Switch release from 5 publications scored an average 77%. The Witcher Wild Hunt Complete Edition launched on the 14th for the Xbox Series and PlayStation 5. The PS5 version from 24 outlets scored 96%, and the Xbox Series port from 5 reviews scored 95%. The 14th also saw BLACKTAIL released for PC, PS5 and Xbox Series. The PC release from 7 reviews scored an average 80%, while the PS5 version from 5 outlets scored 75% average. And finally, the 14th was the release date for the PC version of River City Girls 2, while the 15th was the release date for all other versions. Only the Switch and PlayStation 5 versions had been reviewed at the time of publication, with the Switch port from 5 reviews scoring an average 74%, while the PlayStation 5 release from 4 outlets was awarded an average score of 81%. With all that said, we've reached the end of this week's episode. Be sure to leave your thoughts on any of the stories we talked about today in the comments down below, and while you're down there, let me know what games you've been playing this week. If you enjoyed this, please leave us a thumbs up and a subscribe, it really helps out the channel. And if you're interested to hear updates on our content, follow us on Twitter at BloodyBreelGames. This is our final episode before the festive period, so a very happy holidays to you, whatever you're celebrating, and we'll see you in a fortnight's time when 2023 begins. I'm Sam, thank you for watching Bloody Brilliant Games. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.